Okay, so I've got my practice test in front of me. I'm going to go to this website called wayground.com, which is basically the same thing as quizzes. They were just bought by this other company, I guess, or merged. Our screens are going to look a little bit different, our dashboards. When you first click into it, I think it's going to assume that you want to join a quiz. So it's got a join code. Look in the upper right-hand corner. You should see that it says your name dashboard. Actually, let me get you signed in first. I'm going to click log out. So the first thing you got to do is sign in. So just do login because I got you started with a class. It should just be a matter of you logging in with your student ID. You would click continue with Google, and then you would go ahead and get logged in with your student ID. And then from there, it's going to assume that you want to join a quiz. So it's going to ask for the code, but you actually want to go into the upper right-hand corner where it says your name and then dashboard. Go ahead and click on it. And then there should be an option to create a quiz. Mine's a little bit different. I just click the create button. After you click create a quiz, then it wants to know what you want to do. So you're trying to do an assessment right now. You're not going to have this, but I do. I'm just going to choose create from scratch, but I don't think you get that option. And you're going to go multiple choice. So basically, every student is going to make their own quizzes based on the practice test that you have the correct answers for. You're going to start with number one. Even though number one through number five, I think for the most part on all these practice tests, is fill in the blank. So technically, it's not multiple choice. You're going to make it into a multiple choice question. So I've got practice test chapter 17 that I'm going to start with, and that's a fill in the blank. Um, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to start typing biotic parts of, and now you're supposed to put in a word here. So I'm going to press shift and then the underscore to make a blank, and then I'll press the space bar, and then I'll complete the sentence, include the living parts. So type out the entire sentence. Um, the next thing you're going to do is start incorporating the answers. Thank you, Angelina. This is what I saw one student do that I think is pretty clever. I'm going to press the return key and start putting in all the possible choices. There's going to be four of them. So ecosystem, I'll press the space bar, deforestation, space bar, arsenic, space bar, or return, I mean. When I was saying space bar, I meant return. And biomass. So the way that she did this was now you have the answers. You can just copy and paste them each time so that you're not retyping them each time. Copy and paste. And you can leave them there. I mean, you can leave them right here, actually, if you want to. It's not going to really hurt anything. But, anyways, I'm going to check the right answer now. So that would be ecosystem. But let's say I wanted to cut this. I could press Command X. And now I have it available when I do my next question. So I would click Save Question and go on to the next one. Add a question. It's going to be multiple choice if it asks you. Then you're going to keep on going. So underscore for my next one occurs if, and I would continue to type. And then I could paste Command V those answers and start putting them in. You could even keep the same order if you want. It doesn't really matter. And then make sure that you're checking the correct one, and then taking your answers with you. So Command X to take it with me. So I would choose Save Question. So you're going to do that starting from number 1. Each worksheet is a little bit different, but you basically want to stop at the point where it's asking for you to enter in, like there's blanks where you enter in maybe like full sentences. It's no longer, you no longer have the ability to do multiple choice, which ends around question 19 or 20 or 21. It all varies, but basically you're going to do about 20 questions, just like what I did, multiple choice. I'm keeping the defaults, which is 30 seconds and 1 point each. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. When you get through all 20, that's when you're going to go publish. And you're going to fill in the some names and some information. All right, so now I'm going to fill in chapter. My chapter test was, actually call it practice chapter. Practice chapter test. That was 17. For the subject, you do want to choose health sciences. As far as the grade goes, I would choose either 9th or 10th. It's going to stay in English. It's going to stay public. You could click publish at that point in time. I'm almost done. You would want to go assign from here because you're pretending that you're a teacher that's assigning it for a class. This is important, everyone. Put no deadline on it because we don't want it to close tomorrow. So no deadline would be the best thing to do. And I don't think you need to do anything else. Let me just double check. Yeah, you can just go ahead at this point and click assign. And now you're just going to copy this link. You're going to go back to the assignment and open up the spreadsheet. And just like this, you're putting the link in the 3rd column, you're putting the chapter in the 2nd column, and then you're putting your name in the 1st column.